Hello everyone, welcome back and welcome to my first collab video. I'm here with one of my best friends, Aila. She just started freelance makeup and today we are going to show you guys how to get this look. So let's go.
So I'm gonna first start with going in with this MAC paint pod in soft ochre. And this is just gonna like neutralize the colors in your lids if you have any like purple tones. We're gonna just neutralize it, so we're starting with like a blank canvas. Now I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm gonna do your crease color. So we're just gonna keep it really neutral and build up your crease. You don't actually have like very large lids, so we actually can bring up the crease a little higher to create a bit of a more open eye.
Cool.
So we're gonna do this whole look with the Morphe palette 350 Nature palette.
Those are my kind of colors.
Yeah, we're gonna do a glowy, more like a bronzy, smoky eye because you're a pretty natural girl, but we're gonna glam it up for today.
I love being pampered.
I'm now gonna take a stiffer brush and we're gonna start building out the corners of your eyes with a bit of a deeper color. So we're building dimension, we're building her eye out because we're creating a bit more of an almond shape with her eyes.
What shape are my eyes currently?
You actually have fairly almond eyes, but
Just making them bigger?
we're gonna just make them a little bigger. You have very short lids, so we're actually creating more of an open eye. Okay, so now I'm gonna do your lid color and we're going to give you a shimmery gold lid. And I find if I do it with my finger, the pigmentation is just much stronger. Can you close your eyes for a second? And pull your lid up. Also, because she has eyelash extensions, I don't wanna like be throwing my fluffy brush all over the place and get shadow all over your beautiful lashes.
Convenience for me, but a pain for you.
That's worth it though.
It's worth it. I remember when I was in grade 9, one of the girls was like, I can't get my makeup done for grad because I don't like when people touch my face. I was like, that sucks. What are you gonna do? She went as a troll.
I'm gonna go in with a lighter color to just highlight her brow bone. Just to lift it up.
I used to do that all the time. I remember I had this like very light pink pencil from Benefit and I would put it in the corners of my eyes and under my brow.
But you don't anymore.
I don't anymore. I think my favorite part about this video is I don't have to do anything. Are we adding more gold again?
Yes. Just shimmering it up, giving you a little bit of a pop. So we're gonna leave the eyes for now, move on to your skin, and then I might come back and glam up the eyes a bit if we need to.
Perfect.
So for your I'm gonna start with primer. I'm gonna use this Fab Fit Coconut Skin Primer. Smell it, it's heaven.
Oh, it's like
Even if it doesn't
beach.
work, it's worth it.
Even if it doesn't work, it smells good.
And because I know you like your face being touched,
I do.
I'm going to apply this with my hands because you don't really want to like push primer into your face. You actually kind of want it to slide on top so that the makeup sits on top rather, because I've heard that it does not really, the makeup just doesn't apply as well if it's just blended into your face with a beauty blender. Not to mention you're just losing product. Okay, so we've got that on.
It was like a little facial massage.
And we're gonna go into the Studio Fix Fluid. And I've got this one, I think in, let's see, NW13.
I haven't worn liquid foundation as much as I have this year, so I'm excited to try a new one.
Just using a Sephora foundation brush to just kind of blend it in. You have gorgeous skin that honestly, you probably don't even need liquid foundation, but it's fun and we're doing a full glam look. We're doing something different than what you usually do, so.
Are you picky about your brushes or does it not really matter?
I switch, but I have a bunch of brushes and then I end up always using the same ones. So I think
You have favorites?
I have favorites.
That's why I feel like I can't have more than one product that does the same thing because you always end up with a favorite.
It's true. However, I feel like I have different favorites for different skin types and different people. But on myself, I definitely get in like a makeup rut and I just do the same thing over and over on myself.
Well, it's nice that you get to do this now because you get to try new things.
We're gonna go in with a concealer now. There's not a lot to conceal here, but we are gonna just brighten the under eyes. And I'm gonna use this Morphe concealer in N125.
So how come you do concealer after foundation?
Because I'm trying to highlight with concealer on you. I'm not really trying to fix any blemishes. I'm not really covering anything. I just want to highlight. So I'm wanting to put the highlight on top of the foundation so you can see it. If we put the foundation on after, we're kind of gonna just cover all of our highlight.
Oh.
Now, sometimes you use concealer legitimately to conceal stuff and you can use a different product for highlighting. For you, you don't really need to conceal a whole lot, that I'm mostly just using this as a highlight tool. I just kind of did about a triangle form under your eyes just to brighten things up. You honestly don't even need it anywhere else. So we're not gonna cake on makeup because you don't need it. The one thing we are gonna do is we're gonna kind of go on the inside of your eye a bit. Just make sure we get that because that can kind of cast a shadow. But if you conceal that and brighten it up, it's just gonna make the whole eye look a lot brighter, which is what we want.
I did not know that.
Just gonna use a wet beauty blender to melt all the products together.
Okay, for the longest time I was not wetting my beauty blender.
Right.
And then I found out you had to wet it and I was like, what? And then I wet it and it changed my life.
It's just it's more of like a flawless finish, hey?
Yeah, and I feel like it absorbs less product and
yeah,
it applies so nicely. Although I remember when it came out, I was like, oh my goodness, it's like when my mom used to apply her foundation with sponges. And I was like, what's happening?
And now you use a sponge and it's like, oh, this is terrible.
Yeah.
All right, we have brightened that under eye. Now I'm gonna set your under eyes with some Laura Mercier powder.
I hear really good things about Laura Mercier products.
They do have good powder. Look up. We're just gonna do a nice little bake. Again, you don't really need a bake because you're not going on the red carpet here. However, why not? I'm just making sure that the concealer is not gonna crease when you're smiling, and the longer you leave the bake, the longer of an impact this is really gonna give. Next, I'm gonna set your foundation with this mineralized skin finish in Light by MAC. Now this stuff does have coverage. You don't need the coverage. However, I do like that it gives kind of this like sort of a dewy effect, and it's gonna set your foundation so it's not gonna slip around. You really could get away with just using a translucent powder because, like I said, you have gorgeous skin, but I do like the effect that this stuff gives. Okay, I'm gonna just brush away that powder under your eyes, so we should be good. Now we're gonna give you some color on your face. Going in with this Morphe bronzer. I'm not gonna give you like a super chiseled contoured look, just some color. So brush this on your cheeks. This is just a bronzer. It's got no shimmer. Now, the one thing I will do with you is I'm gonna bring your bronzer up into your forehead because it's just gonna create illusion that your hairline goes a little bit further than it actually does. And it's gonna give you that beautiful face shape.
That's like the best tip because sometimes I feel like my forehead is so large. I'm just like, make it darker. This is why I want bangs all the time.
It's honestly not large, but if that is something that you're wanting, definitely bringing bronzer into that hairline will help with the illusion that it's a little bit smaller than it is.
I love that.
Even if you feel like your hair is thin, just like get that bronzer in there.
Makeup is just one big trick.
It really is.
Have you listened to the new Justin Bieber album?
Not all of it. Some of it.
Do you like any of it?
I do. I'm a J Beebs fan for sure.
Which song? Yummy Yum?
Okay, let's be honest. I've only listened to the single. Big fan.
Big fan of Yummy Yum. I feel like a 5-year-old wrote it. There's not a lot of depth to it, but it's very sexual.
All right, you are looking bronzed. You've got color in that face. And I'm not gonna give you, again, a super sharp contoured nose because you don't really need it. However, I am gonna take this contour brush and just kinda pop it on the sides.
What does this do?
Honestly, it just makes it so that your whole face isn't like color and then your nose is light.
Oh.
Just, because really, if you think about it, when you're out in the sun's gonna hit your nose, it's gonna hit here, it's gonna hit your forehead. So you wanna put bronzer in places that sun's gonna hit. And that's gonna look the most natural. I'm gonna go in with some blush. This is the Milani, I can't pronounce this, the Rosadoro.
You gotta be Spanish to say that. Go for it. Rosadoro.
And this is just like a really pretty peachy sort of, it's got some shimmer in it, but it's gonna work with what we're doing. It's definitely like a sun-kissed blush. And if you really wanna look like you've been in the sun, you can add a little on your nose, on your forehead, on the chin.
Just a little dab.
We're now gonna brush up those brows. I'm gonna use this Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in Biscotti.
Biscotti.
And just kind of start doing very little strokes.
Now I want some biscotti. Just doing some surgery over here. Some brow surgery. I prefer this surgery over Dr. Pimple Popper. It's a little easier on the eyes, if you know what I mean.
We're gonna line your eyes with the MAC Eye Kohl Teddy. You can close your eyes. You're gonna get really close to this. So I lined her eyes with this pencil, and I don't want like a really sharp line, so I'm gonna take a brush and I'm actually gonna kind of like buff out the eyeliner so that it's a bit of a softer look. It's not gonna be so sharp, but it is gonna give her some definition. When's the last time you wore eyeliner?
Oh man. My mom used to have this little eyeliner pot that like you twisted the top in.
Yes.
And it looked like a little, I don't know, triangle shape. It was purple, like a dark plum purple.
Oh.
I think I stole that and I was probably 18. I stole it from her, not from the store. That's allowed. That was probably the last time.
Last time you wore eyeliner?
Yeah.
All right, next I'm gonna smoke out your bottom lashes. Do a little bit of shadow underneath your eye. So putting a little bit of shadow underneath your eyes is just gonna like bring the whole look together. You're not gonna look glam on the top lid and like, what's happening on the bottom?
I always really like the look of having eyeshadow on the bottom. When I see it on other people, I just never do it on myself.
It's definitely a very easy way to just like elevate the look without putting like a sharp eyeliner through your whole under eye. Just dust that away and see, beautiful.
This is the best ego boost. I know you're saying beautiful at your work. I feel like it's me.
It is you. All right, we're gonna go in with this highlighter. It's this Benefit highlighter, and it's a cream highlighter, which I used to hate, but then I learned how to use it. You gotta put it on your finger, you gotta warm it up, and you gotta kind of dab. Because if you're gonna drag, you're gonna like lift up your concealer. You're just gonna spread it around. It might work better on bare skin, but on skin that has foundation or concealer on,
You're just picking up that.
you're just picking up and you're dragging on what you already did, which is so unfortunate. We're gonna line your lips with the Morphe Frenchy lip liner. Now, you said you wanted an overlined lip. We'll give you like a natural lip flip here. I'm not really gonna overline all over your lips, just kind of at the top. Just give like a little bit of a poutier look if that's what you're going for. And then a little bit of an overline at the bottom, but you don't wanna go all the way to the sides, otherwise I mean, you can. It's just like a little bit more of a full lip. This is more pouty. I'm gonna give you some lipstick. We've got MAC Blankety lipstick. Open your mouth. It's like a good like pinky nude. So we're just gonna add some mascara to your bottom lashes. This is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang.
Bad gal bang.
Just seemed so appropriate for you.
Sensual. Just like me.
This is actually a great mascara. If you like a full look. Now, because we're going for like this goldy, glowy look, I'm gonna use this Fix Plus in Gold Light. Just gonna give you like an overall shimmer glow. Keep that in place. I'm gonna do a little extra highlighter on top of the Fix Plus, and it's gonna really just stick to it. Let's give it an extra pop.
Love it.
Not a necessary step, but a fun step.
Makeup's all about the fun, really.
I think you're done.
And that is the final look, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Aila, where can we find you?
You can find me at Radiance by Aila on Instagram.
Perfect. Everybody, go give her a follow because clearly she's amazing. Look at my face. It doesn't always look like this.
She made it easy.
And we'll see you again next week. Well, I will. Maybe Aila will. I don't know. Bye.